I was a little girl, I was an addicted bookworm. I'd rent stacks and stacks of library books and stay up all night until I finished. I stopped reading when I got a phone, and I know that's a shared experience among many of us. I never read for fun, but once I graduated, I started falling in love with books all over again. Books make us think, they help us grow, they give us something to talk about. Even though making time to read might feel like a luxury, I know you can make time for it. If you have time to watch this video, I guarantee you have time to read. So here are 10 tips for a beginner or returner to read more this 2024. Tip number 1, put down that phone. It is so much easier to doom scroll on TikTok than it is to open a book and do the work of processing words on a page. When there are easier, more mindless distractions available, it'll be that much harder. Another thing that really helps me to stay focused, you know those plant apps where you set a timer to be productive, and then if you end up failing and going on your phone, then the plant dies? I personally use Flora. Flora is the one I've been using for years. I used it when I was in university, and for me it's just really easy to use. But because I don't want to kill a little plant baby, it helps me to not go on my phone and to stay focused on the book. Tip number 2, start small. Keep it simple. Don't overwhelm yourself with a goal of like 50 books a year. Start with a small goal like reading 5 or 10 pages every day. If you keep it simple, you'll be more inclined to actually do it every day because you know it's a quick, achievable task. Before I get ready for bed, I'd put my book of choice where I would sleep so that I was forced to pick it up before laying down. Then I'd read 10 pages, and even when there were times that I wanted to keep going, I didn't. I stopped at the 10 pages because then I had something else to look forward to the next day, reading 10 more pages. And I wasn't getting burnt out. Over time, like any muscle or skill that you train, you can get better at reading. Eventually, I stopped keeping track of pages. Now I really love getting sucked into the world of any book that I'm reading. Reading consistently, which is easier to do when you start small, will slowly change your mindset and become a habit. Also, little changes, they add up. 5 pages a day is 1,825. JK, I didn't do the math. I just looked it up. 1,825 pages a year. That's a lot of pages. P.S. A lot of people get caught up in the amount they're reading, how many books they're reading. But like, what matters more is what you take away from what you're reading. So just a reminder, it's okay to take your time to read with intention and just sit with the information. Tip number 3. Schedule in reading time. This is for my busy people. We all have hectic schedules. I'm the type of person who likes to plan when and for how long I'm doing something. And if it is written in my schedule, it is set in stone. I can't not do it. So you're changing reading from a leisurely activity into something that needs to be run. Now, obviously, the more you read, the easier it'll be to get it done without planning. But to start, it's good to just schedule in a date for reading. Usually I plan to read during my cardio sessions in the morning, like when I'm on a treadmill or on a bike. It helps to pass time and makes cardio a little less painful, and I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone. She reads, she runs, her. Also at night when I'm in bed, there's a fluff. I know it's not good to use my phone before bed, so the fluff is back. As I was saying, so I will also read 10 pages at night in bed. Tip number 4, get excited about books. Consume book content. If your For You page is filled with book recommendations and book reviews, you will be more motivated. Plan ahead a list of books you want to read. Take yourself on a library or bookstore date and browse, or take some home with you. And read the genres that you naturally gravitate towards. If you don't know what genres you like, think about it this way. What do you usually watch on TV or on Netflix? If it's like a spicy romance show, look for a spicy romance book. For me, I like watching BoJack Horseman, Pen 15, or something animated and cozy. If I were to translate those shows into books, I'd either read something that makes me contemplate society or is by an Asian author. Tip number 5, track your progress. I use Goodreads. I can add friends and stalk what they're reading. I can always look up new books to add to my want to read list. I can read other reviews of books and also write my own. And my favorite part is I can update what I'm currently reading, my thoughts as I'm reading that current page. It's just nice to look back on. It motivates me to keep going. Number 6, explore new genres. Okay. I know I just said stick to one genre that you like, but as a person who gets very bored very easily, exploring new genres is also a very fun way to stay excited about reading. I set a goal to read 11 different genres this year, each month dedicated to a different genre. You can do the same thing. Just pick a genre for each month, or pick out a specific book that is in a different genre. Yada, yada, yada. You get what I'm saying. Okay, tip number 7. Romanticize the reading experience. If you are that person person that gags at the thought of reading, transform the reading experience. Exploring libraries and bookstores gives me so much pleasure. Even getting like a new library card was a cute little slice of life moment for me. Light some candles, snack on your favorite snack. You can cozy up in your favorite fuzzy blanket with a hot cocoa, or if it's warm outside, you can read outside, a little sparkling drink in hand, romanticizing the act of getting a library card. All those things make reading something that I actually want to do. Number 8, audiobooks. Some people think it's cheating to rely on audiobooks, and to them, if an audio version of a book makes it easier for you to get into it or make more time for it, then by all means use audiobooks. I remember I was having a really hard time getting through this one book, but when I listened to it between errands like folding laundry or washing the dishes, I found it to be really fascinating. I think it's really healthy to switch up the ways you read. Even though I'm in love with the whole ritual of opening a book, flipping through the pages, writing notes on the corners and folding the corners, and just beating up a good paperback, I suggest you experiment. See what works for you. This is your reading journey, not anybody else's. Not your brothers, not your sisters, not your moms, not your neighbors, not your grandpas, not your dogs. This is your reading journey. My mic died, so I'm gonna be up close and personal with the camera right now. Number 9, take a book with you everywhere. I have a few books to select from in my gym backpack for my cardio sessions. I have some by my bedside. I have audiobooks on my phone for when I'm out and about. If books are everywhere, you're that much more likely to pick it up and read it. And number 10, finally, last but not least, surround yourself with book lovers and communities. Join a book forum online or an actual book club. Find friends who also love to read. You guys can keep each other accountable. The internet is so amazing if you take advantage of it in the right ways, because you can find these people and communities so easily on Reddit, on Discord, and you can hear other people's recommendations and give your own. It's 1, a great way to connect with others, 2, a good excuse to make friends, and 3, being involved with book stuff is seriously going to help you stay a strong reader. Thank you so much. Those were my 10 tips. If you enjoyed this video, it would mean so much if you liked and subscribed. Bye bye.